course it's happening. Of course it's happening. Oh, what's that shit? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not supposed to be there. Of course it's happening, but... That button? That'll do for now. So, it's Q&Asa. Welcome everybody on this fine Tuesday, perhaps, evening. So I'm doing things slightly differently, but essentially it's the same as always. You can... bollocks! I bollocksed it. Hold on. Don't like that blur. There we go. So this is Q&Asa. It's a conversational show. I talk to you, you talk to each other. It goes nice and back and forth. It flows beautifully every time without any kind of a hitch. The music was not Sonic the Hedgehog. Two people have yelled Sonic the Hedgehog at that very distinct Street Fighter 2 Guile theme. Episode 13, if I'm in portrait, then you're on the wrong stream unless you want to watch in portrait. If you check the channel at the front, you'll see that you can watch it in landscape, or you can watch it in portrait, or you can even watch it on Twitch if you're a complete masochist kind of weird guy. But it's an option. Or you can jump in Discord and watch it there, because I am on both. I'm on Discord as well, giving people the opportunity to jump into the stage, raise their hand when they want to talk. I wouldn't otherwise recommend watching on Discord necessarily, because it's lower quality kind of stuff going on, but it's there as an option if you want to. Everyone that goes to the wrong stream has skill issues, or everyone that goes to the wrong stream is a massively what's the word for someone that's like being helpful, kind of supporting like that, you know, because then they go to the wrong stream and YouTube gives me a little view count, and then they go into the right stream and I get another one. It's double bubble views everywhere. Your stream is portrait as in thin. No, I know what portrait means. I understand. It is a vertical canvas, a portrait stream. I think the title of that stream even says portrait with a little picture of a phone thing going on. Thus is the level of my understanding. So that's Q&Asa. We have a conversation. Talk to me, talk to each other. Throw money at the screen for super chats and things like that. There will also be a question box. There might already be a question box. There is already a question box. So if you're on the main stream on YouTube, there's a Q&A box. You can stick whatever you want in there. For Q&Asa, we get every single one at the end of the show. I'm not saying I answer every single thing that goes in there, but we look at it, we read it, we share it together, we have a little laugh, we address it, but we don't necessarily answer because, you know, that's too big of a commitment, because there's some people around that might put some things in there that I'm simply not going to answer. So we just commit to reading it and having a little look. What else is there? I have got Discord badly prepped, but partly available. We'll see how that goes later if anybody wants to jump into Discord to get their face and or voice onto the stream to have a little conversation, then that is an option as well. With that said, tell me what you've been playing. Tell me everything that you've been playing, all of the games that you've been playing for the last week, maybe even a little bit longer if there's other stuff that you want to talk about, because I want to know all about games. I've been, since Thursday at least, just playing Hades 2 really, and streaming it a lot. That's not true, I played Lies of P as well. Let's talk about Lies of P. I can't decide if my hate for Lies of P is sincere or not, or if I am just being hormonal, you know? Because I played Lies of P the last 2 or 3 weeks that I've played it. I've really not enjoyed it. And I used to like Lies of P when I started playing it. And I don't think the game has changed very much. So I can only assume that it's me, that I have changed in those few weeks. That I'm playing it with a terrible mindset. You know, a chemical imbalance that's making me more frustrated than I should be. I'm still slowly progressing through it with a little help from Chronic. Welcome. Thanks, episode 13. That's nice. That's what we like to see. Nice welcoming of anyone that comes along. It's good to see you as well, by the way. You've been busy of late. Don't see your name and your legendary side hits as often as we used to, but good to see you around. I did not tell anyone that I'm doing this, which I should do whilst talking on the phone. So, give me more. Tell me more about the games that you've been playing. Joe, I was indeed late. Good evening. Welcome. I hope you're well. I hope your Twitter space, X space, whatever you want to call it, was a smashing success, even though I would definitely never want to venture into a space on that platform if I could help it. And I can't always. Sometimes I open that app and go to click at the top to refresh it, and it pops up a space under my finger and threatens to put me in there with people talking about stuff that I do not want to join in with. Did you end up in my stream? No, you didn't, Wix. You might have had your profile picture there, but not your voice or anything like that. Might have said that you were there on the Discord, but very incognito. Don't worry. I haven't doxed you for the whole of the internet. It's for work, and it was a success. I'm still curious. You can tell me sometime. So, nobody's told me what they've been playing yet. Lies of P... I think I got to... I don't even know if I technically got to chapter 10 yesterday. I was pissing and moaning about it for the whole stream. I ended up streaming for about 2 hours. I got to a kind of boss character, but it didn't have the usual like portal in, the cloudy gate and the summoning well. So actually it may not have been a boss, and I may not be on chapter 10 yet. That's something that I need to go back and find out, but I don't want to because I'm not keen on jumping back into it just yet. It'll probably be Monday, Soul Crushing Monday, where I get back to it. I'm a little bit tempted to slot it in somewhere else where I've got more time to just really like push through it and get to the end so that I can change Mondays to something else. What am I curious about? I'm curious about your X spaces, like the topic of them, kinds of people that you're reaching out to. But I don't need you like don't share your work life or anything. I'm just curious what it would be, because it's not that common outside of PR companies and things. It's not that common for X to be used as a platform for collaboration or anything like that. Pete, you haven't played anything since Rocket League on Friday, which was excellent fun. We pushed on until about 1 a.m. I'm glad you did. I've got another 2 weeks of the shorter community ones for me, so I hope that people will continue playing games like that as well. But yes, what I saw of Rocket League was going just swimmingly. Wix, don't worry. I would never just drop you on the internet. Clicked it on your phone, saw a voice in chat, shrieked and closed the app. Yeah, no, it's so the stage on Discord is a little bit different to a normal chat room. It just sticks you in an audience, so that you can, I think it says raise your hand to speak or something like that. Like there's a button, you can volunteer to come on and talk if you want to, but it's yelling time. So yeah, you can do it. If you're in the audience, you can raise your hand to speak, and once I click a button to let you on, or one of the mods does, then hopefully I can share it on the stream, but I haven't tested it properly. What you saw at the start of the stream was the closest thing to a test, so hopefully it captures the visuals and the audio and all the things that it needs to when the time comes. Typically nobody wants to talk, but it's possible, and it might not happen, it's entirely up to her, but it's possible that Isla will want to come on and talk about Minecraft a little bit today, so maybe not. Depends if she's feeling shy when the time comes. So, I mean, you played the new Skate. I've seen Chronic playing a bit of Skate as well. Is it any good? I know you've been playing Borderlands 4. You're always playing Borderlands 4. Well, you were. I know you got to the end of it as well. Unlocked whole new skill trees and activities and things. Tempted to come in later, but you're shy. Well, that's not true. You're not shy. That's a lie, that is. Talk about Minecraft. Did we get news? Wixby Minecraft Live happened on Saturday, and the patch content drop thing was today. I don't know if it's live now, actually. Isla, have you managed to play it? Have you got your copper golems now? Golems. Shall we talk about that? What's a golem and what's a golem? They're interchangeable words, right? Except golem is definitely the Lord of the Rings character. And golems are both the same thing, aside from that. You did tell me. Well, that you've been on it. You told me you were digging a tunnel when it wasn't out yet, but I've not seen the latest. It is out. You updated on your... I do remember. You had to update it on your Switch to push the update to your PC. How many copper golems do you have at this point in time? Jam. So, Rocket League I played. Lies of P I've played. Lies of P I got stroppy, but maybe I'll enjoy it when the hormones pass, you know, and I'm feeling better. So... it's not true though, because I've been enjoying the other game that I've been playing, which is Hades 2. And if you've been watching the other channel where I do my game streaming, you may have seen a little bit of it. Or if you don't want to see the game ahead of playing it when it comes out on the Xbox and the PlayStation and all of those things, or just when you finally get around to it, then maybe you've been avoiding my streams like the plague, which is a good idea because you would see a lot of the game. A lot of the game, if you're wary of spoilers and things, it is not the one to watch. As is true of any game that gets played on a stream, really. If you don't want spoilers, you'd be an idiot to watch it. even with my charming face at the bottom corner or the top corner. Golem is a Pokemon. I mean, lots of things are Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that Pokemon did invent the concept of a golem, though, yes. Do you mean there is a Pokemon named Golem, or do you mean conceptually a golem is basically a Pokemon? How deep are we going here? What the fuck hormones do I mean? I'm just making stuff up, Hyla. I'm just excusing my bad mood for when I was playing Lies of P. I've not done the science. I've not dissected my brain. I just know that I was playing Lies of P the last couple of weeks and it pissed me off. I wasn't enjoying it. You know? Harry, it's been frickin' ages. Is your podcast back yet? You promised. You didn't promise. You hinted that maybe some things were in the works. Maybe you were going to have a sit down with Sean and you were going to put some things together. And that I would like to know about. I mean, you liked Skates. Wait, I've lost it. You've lost it. I've lost it. You like Skates gameplay. The skating is satisfying. The open world is a bit meh. Don't think there's much to do. There's a few challenges. You usually just skate without any goal. So a lot of people, I've never done the skateboarding games and I don't know why. Dave Max here again. How was your day off, Dave Mac? How was your trapped nerve in the back? That is a definite consequence of heavy gardening. Excessive, over-the-top gardening. Trapped nerve. How is that getting along? Episode 13. Pokemon are an evolution of the concept of a golem, yeah? Or of what a golem is. Potentially, maybe, kind of, the kind of creatures. I'll take it. I don't throw chemicals at me. Like literally or figuratively or in text, you know? I don't want chemicals thrown at me. I think that's a fairly rational position to take on the whole throwing of chemicals. You answered the curious question on the other format. Oh, I lost it, but I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh, there we go. So, aside from your own business, you work for a Swiss-based blockchain company, and you're doing developer updates to reach out to investors and devs. You're the community director of the company. Good. What? No, I'm going to save that. I am still curious. I'm like curious what people are using it for. What is the potential of this blockchain that you're into? I know because your name, your HODLShock name, suggests you're a bit of a fan of the crypto, but I'm curious what you're doing with it. So, Geodude to Graveler to Golem, you believe? Oh, okay, it's an evolution. Okay, that's less deep than I anticipated, less deep than I realized. Episode 13. You're talking about a specific Golem form, a specific evolution of a specific Pokemon is called Golem, which seems not in keeping with the rest of the names for it, right? That's like having a Pokemon that's just called like Bear, and it looks like a bear, and it's a bear. That one's just a golem. Yeah, Discord's the place. Joe, Discord's the place to tell me about it. Portrait chat is challenging. You miss landscape. Yeah, portrait chat, like, it's a thing that YouTube and Google are like actively working on. So it makes sense to be there, because usually when they're actively working on something, you get quite an artificially inflated push around the platform. So it's worth trying to ride that little wave and see. Plus, I want to find more people that are not Bellends, and maybe if I just push this out to as many places as possible, we'll get more people that are not Bellends to come and join in with our community games and our bits and pieces and Discord and all the fun stuff, you know. Gaming with Passion, Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, early access is on Thursday, October the 2nd. Should we play it on community games maybe? When you say early access, is this paid early access for Game Pass? Like you get 5 days early for buying it, or is this like a beta early access, or is it free play early access? What is the deal? I mean, when is October the 2nd? That's coming up. That's Thursday. This week. That'd be quite, I don't mind giving it a go on Friday if it's available for people. I'm sure it's a big ass download, but Pete, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light seems to be about to drop on PC Game Pass. It says it's a new release. You'd assume that it's an old game. If it's new to Game Pass, like if it's not been published to the Windows Xbox store, whatever they want to call it, then they would still flag it as a new release, I think. So I wouldn't read too much into it. Harry, you still play Skate 3 to this day. It's infinitely better than the Fortnite version of Skate that's just been stopped out. Have you tried the Fortnite version of Skate? Is that or have you closed your mind to it already? The podcast that you and Sean are looking at is outside of gaming. It's going to be you visiting shitty pubs in your area. So it's evolved since you spoke to me about it, because it was going to be sitting and like playing a game on a couch or something. But now it's visiting shitty pubs. And it's going to be called Two Dads, One Pub. I didn't know that Sean was a dad as well now. So How long has that been the case? I knew you were. Episode 13, in all seriousness, there are more people in Cord than before. A few newbies here and there. Yeah, it's been fairly steady. Like, it's a good place. Sometimes it goes quiet, sometimes it's really busy, but I like the people that are there, so we're going well. Hoddle Shark, Gaming Crypt, Joe. Use whichever accounts you want, it's all good. Dave Mack, a little Elden Ring background. You're absolutely right. It is an Elden Ring background. Game Pass users don't need to pay anything for the early access. Okay, so this Friday, again, it's a shorter one for me, but we'd be remiss not to try Call of Duty, right? Much as it's just Call of Duty, and I don't know what kind of content is involved and included in this early access, but sure, we'll do it on Friday. Yes, whether there'll be anything else, I'll let people talk about that in Discord. But we have at least a starting point. Replicant has arrived. What a joyous occasion. Replicant, good evening. So, Sean's little boy just turned 2. Okay, so I'm just well out of touch. It's been freaking ages. Don't pass on my congratulations. That would be weird after 2 years. It'd be weird. He'd be like, what the fuck? That was 2 years ago. What a dickhead. But yes, do say hello for me. And pass on my encouragement for the new renewed podcast. Even though it's not gaming related. So, we have to download 5 terabytes for the early access. We probably do, but I've got adequate connection to do it over just 2 days. Joe, the game this Friday, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is what we're talking about. Apparently it's early access for all the Game Pass people, so that will be available to have a little dabble and see what's coming. I didn't like Black Ops 6 very much, the current one. I liked Modern Warfare 3 or whatever the prior one was. I actually was quite enjoying that, to my surprise, because I don't normally do Call of Duty games, but that was the one that started the whole Game Pass wave of it. And I enjoyed it more than I thought, and it only lasted a month or two, and then they replaced it with a shit version where everyone lies in heaps in the corner and shoots you, and it was bollocks. Bollocks it was. There is a new COD. Kind of. Right? I mean, there's going to be one this year. I don't know when it actually releases, but the early access is this week. So it should be playable in some capacity. Don't know how many maps, don't know how many modes, don't know how easy it will be to party up, but that is our current destination, is to give it a try. My rep and shark legs. Shark legs? I guess it could be worse. Episode 13 has found the landscape. Won't include the other link. Good job. Good job. That's why you work in IT support, right? Know how to click the correct links after a couple of attempts. Got there. So Hades 2. Who else has played Hades 2? Who else is enjoying it, hating it? Like, no spoilers, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers when I talk about it in general, but who else is on it? Who else is looking forwards to it if you haven't already played it? Who loved the first game? I loved the first game. And I maintain that the second game is not as good as the first one, and I need to have a conversation with Luke about it because he sold me some lies as far as I'm concerned. He's back this week for the podcast on Sunday, so... Oh, I mean, you tried a bit of Hades 1. How did you find it? How did you find it? It was okay. That's a fine response. Give it a little bit longer. Let it start unpeeling its layers for you. Alex, which Alex is this? Going by the format of the question, I'm going to assume this is Father Alex, who mysteriously disappeared not so long ago. Did I buy Battlefield 6 and Yotai? I have Battlefield 6 on the EA subscription, so I haven't bought it, but I will have access to it when it comes out. Yotai, I have not bought. And I've only got the base PlayStation 5. I'm not sure if I will buy Yotai, or if I will wait for a PC release, or if I will wait for a small fortune to arrive in my pocket. Brief pause for one of you to deposit a fortune through YouTube. Wait for it. No, I don't think that's happening. Okay, Isla, you're playing Minecraft. Good. I would like you to have many copper golems. I would like that because you've been looking forward to it. You might mess with the Battlefield 6 Portal mod. You know what? That might be fun, actually. I was thinking earlier today, like, I'd love to just make a game, right? And timing-wise, with the way that tools are developing and you can just, like, vibe code, get the AI to do all the difficult stuff or the intricate stuff for you. I was thinking maybe now's the right time to dig into it. I don't want to overly lean on AI. I've got all my creative ideas, but be able to let it handle some of the kind of scripting and stuff might be quite a good time to get into it. And then I thought, yeah, that's a step too far when I haven't even started playing with modding tools yet. And you're right, Battlefield 6 has proper modding tools. So I'm not pressuring you. I want you to have fun with your Minecraft and get things that you want. That's the opposite of pressure. That's encouragement to relax. So what are you thinking that you might try and do with the Battlefield 6 Portal mod? Do you know about the modding tools and what kind of power they have? Episode 13, member for 19 months. That's a long time. Thank you very much for that. Mate, all your Hades 2 dreams come true. You noggin. Thank you. Thank you for keeping up the membership, even when you've been busy and not in the Rocket League. Dave Mack, I believe so, although there may be some backstory that I have missed. But I don't think that's an unfair labeling. So you messed with Godot before. I've never messed with Godot. I messed with Game Maker a little bit, Unity a little bit, and Unreal a little bit, but only tiny little bits to the extent that I may as well not mention that I've played with them. But I know that it's a thing that I should do. It's a thing that I've had intended to do forever. Am I going to get time? No, because I've got lots to do besides. Nice to have a dream though, right? You love Halo 40 and you're worried that Godot might be too challenging. No, the Battlefield 6 Portal is not Godot. They're separate things he's talking about, I'm pretty sure. So if you like Forge and you want to play around with modding things on Battlefield 6, I'd assume they're akin, but I don't know. I don't know what it's like. No, Isla. Furious. Not about the message, but you weren't supposed to throw the money. Because I'm going to see you tomorrow and you could give me it and then YouTube wouldn't get any, right? Right? Godot. Is that how it's said? Godot. I've always called it Godot. But I guess, yeah, I did kind of half know that it was Godot, really. I'm going to go live and talk with me about Minecraft. We deserve it. Do we, Pete? Thank you, Pete, for the super chat. Or, yeah, thank you. And for the gentle encouragement. So, but she did say no pressure, so I'm not going to apply any. Don't want to get in trouble. I have to pretend that I like it even if I don't. Wait, oh, you have something to give me? Ah, that's, again, I'm furious. Not actually furious, though, thank you. For whatever it may be. You're going to go on TV. Yes, you are planning to do that. Good. I hope it all works. Like I say, I haven't actually tested it, but it should be fine, right? Something dumb is good. Something dumb is something I'll get along with just fine. Anyway, where was I? So Hades. I said before playing it, like when I was only like a day into it, when we did the Saturday show, probably was literally just one play session into it at that point. I said that the characters weren't as good as Hades one. Like they don't bounce off each other as well as Zagreus and Hades and all of those lot do. It's not as instantly gripping in that sense. And I didn't like the changes to the combat in terms of like the starter weapons are a lot more rounded. And you get by default a good ranged capability. And it kind of took away from the combat for me. And I said that I reckon, because you've got a more broad canvas of moves to build upon, that by the end of the game I may have shifted position on which one I prefer combat wise, because I think that Hades 2 lends itself to more diverse and brilliant builds because there are more dials to switch around and things to change. At this point in time I haven't got there. I haven't got to the point of thinking that it's the better of the two in terms of combat, that the builds are more interesting. I still, don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying the game. I'm having a good time playing Hades 2, and it is more Hades, which is all it needed to be. But I'm not seeing it as better than the first one yet. And I'm 6 nights into it, apparently. I'm 6 runs into Hades, which might not sound like a lot, but it is quite a lot because I am scratching at the final boss at the moment. So I have seen a lot of the game now. Make sure everyone likes the stream. I refuse to ask anyone to do it. I've accidentally read that out, which is kind of akin to asking people to do it. But you can, I'm quite content for you to dislike it if you prefer. But I guess any of the buttons are helpful. Just mash buttons. Let us know how you feel. If you are enjoying conversations, but not just me, talk to each other as well. Judge it based on your conversations with nicer people than me, better people than me that are in chat right now. Then I might get more likes, eh? Hey. Godot. No, I'm going to carry on with Godot. I don't care. I know it's not correct. I'll just try and balk the names of Unreal as well to compensate. Unreal Engine 5 and Godot. Everyone's happy about that. So, Battlefield showed how to change the maps in a stream. It was really cool. The program it was running in was Godot. Okay, so that's where the link comes from, so you do need to use it. Godot. Godot. Listen, I'm planting my flag on Godot and being wrong. And then we can all move on and forget about it come tomorrow. So, Joe, you're not doing Seat. I need to earn it and not give you seat. I understand. Godot makes you uncomfy. Well, Godot, you know, Yumi, that's a fine question. Whatever it is, I owe some to Dave, apparently. I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can do. That's it. That's my Hades talk. Nobody's like got that into Hades to be able to tell me what they're thinking of it. I'm reckoning. You're asking Dave. Yeah, I know. I was chipping in. I was curious as well. Am I going to play the new WoW content? No, probably not. I'm an idiot, and I got the current World of Warcraft subscription. I said subscription. I meant content, right? I've got the first War Within expansion, and I played a tiny bit of it and decided no, it's not for me. I don't like it. I don't like the quest structure and all the rest of it that it's landed on in recent years, and fell right off of it. But I think I probably do still subscribe as well, and I still look at the trailers. Actually, the trailer for the part 2 of the trilogy of expansions with the Void Elves and the Sunwell, that looked kind of wank. Didn't really appeal very much. So I think I'm alright. I don't think I'm likely to jump back into World of Warcraft anytime soon, despite having 20 odd characters in it. YouTube sucks and doesn't let you write it in. If YouTube doesn't let Dave Mack write something in, it's going to be offensive. And it's going to be worse than shit because Joe's happily typing that. Curious. What could Dave be talking about? I don't know. Engine runs natively on Quest 3, so you can develop stuff while in VR without a PC. Why would anybody want to do that? That sounds like a disgusting experience. I'm just bitter because my VR still doesn't work. I was supposed to play it at the weekend. I was supposed to play it last Thursday. I was supposed to play it the weekend before. I was supposed to play it when the Sonic Open Network test was on. And it just keeps on going wrong. Yeah. Dave Mack, that is a word that you cannot use, but everybody else can. Interesting. You must be set to child mode or something. Go away for 5 minutes, come back, wow slander, and the Blood Elves being called wank. No, the Blood Elves aren't wank, Replicant. I mean, they kind of are, but they weren't when they were introduced. I liked their whole subdue the light kind of angle when they were introduced. But the trailer, right? The Sunwell trailer with the Void Elf character that I don't really know because I haven't followed it. And the fight by the Sunwell, that wasn't very enticing. Like, they didn't make me want to play World of Warcraft because it's still really character driven, but now I don't even know who the characters are, and it's weird because it's they fell into it with like Thrall and Arthas, Thrall and what's his face, Varian, Rin and Anduin and all of that lot, right? And it became a character driven game telling a story that made very little sense when you were not that character. You were just kind of witness who was always there being called champion for some reason. And it has evolved to the point that I no longer know who any of the characters are, but it is still character driven and I don't like it. It's hard to care about any of them. And it makes me not care about my beloved Shaman and all the rest of it as well. Anyway, that's World of Warcraft. Final Fantasy XIV has a similar problem for me. It's also very character driven. And it's strange because I love MMOs as a genre and there just aren't really any that I want to play at the moment. And that's for the best because how on earth would I get one of those in? I don't know. Anyway. That's all the games that I've played. That's all the games that you played. Joe, other Joe. So Hades 2, not as good, you don't think, considering the assist mode to speed up the grind a little. Can't all be on the final boss after 6 rounds. Ah, so Joe, you're playing it. You're not enjoying it as much, and you're considering the assist mode just to push through because you're not enjoying it as much, not because it's necessarily tougher than the first one or anything like that. Do you think it is? Are you finding it harder than the first one, or just like just not enjoying it as much for other reasons? Tell me more. Is that final boss going down or up? What do you mean? Oh no. Oh, okay, you're spoiling things for me. So it's not the final boss. This makes a lot of sense because it started hinting at the stuff that you started hinting at, which is why it has landed as such a spoiler. But yeah, it has. Gaming is as flat as the earth. Just saying, no dimensions anywhere. I don't know. I don't know about gaming being flat and a lack of dimensions. Stick a VR headset on and it's got lots of dimensions all around you. Wait, my screen turned off. It's fine. But welcome, Pixel Slapper. There is another Joe. There are too many Joes. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep saying Joe. One of them is literally labelled as Joe. But you can both be Joe. Baby Steps in my list to play. No, not really. If I were... Like, it's just for streaming, that game. Nobody plays that for any other reason than streaming. And I don't know any streamers, so... Yeah, so that's where that goes. Okay, Joe. So I've got to a point... Okay, so I'm not near as far as I thought I was. This is fine. I thought I was on the final boss, but I'm not. That's a good thing. And that's a nice way. Actually, that makes a lot of sense in terms of making the game bigger without making every run longer. By giving 2 routes. Fine. Now I understand. Shy after all. Maybe. I'm not. I'm still brilliant. Like I say, Steam told me, right? It told me only 0.1% of players have got even close to as far as me. So, and that's with their year head start. So I'm doing fine. I'm all right. But okay, I've got more to go than I thought. It's fine because I'm going to play it after this stream, right? At least I can sprint. Absolutely, yeah. That was my useful tip when it changed the game. Got you further. That's cool. Okay, I've got more to look forward to. I need to crack on. I need to play it. Let's get this show wrapped up as quick as we can so I can get back on Hades. I've got all of tomorrow. I'm at home tomorrow as well, so... Can I stream it one day? Can I stream what one day? Episode 13. Be very explicit with your question. Oh no, Joe Davis is here. Joe Davis, that's not an oh no to put you away. It's just there's so many Joes. Hello, Joe. Oh no, hello, Joe. That's a Simpsons thing. Particular voice line stuck in my head. Hello, Joe. As Bart Simpson is trying to go to sleep in an episode with a scary clown. It's fine. They're everywhere. Hades 2. You're asking me if I can stream Hades 2 one day. Do you know what? Episode 13. I just might stream Hades 2 one day. Thinking maybe last Thursday would do, or last Friday, or maybe a little bit on what's the day today? Maybe a little bit on today, right? Maybe even a bit yesterday. I don't know. Hades 2 is on its full release. It's done. Episode 13. It is fine to miss it. Just the question made me laugh. Change your name to Episode Joe. Don't do it. Don't do it. My fault for not self-promoting. I'm only messing around. It's fine. I'm saying yes, I'll stream it some more. I'm going to stream it after this. James, you're just back from picking the girlfriend up and you picked up Infinite Undiscovery. I picked up Infinite Undiscovery a year or two ago. I plan to do that as one of my many retro streams, but my many retro streams has thus far been 0 retro streams, so I haven't got around to it. But I intend to. It's still there. I've seen the title screenplay, the intro sequence. Pixel Slapper, you shaved your head today. Found an idea under your wig. Wait. Things that make me stop confused. I'm stopped and confused. But maybe that was the plan. I don't know. So I nearly had Placid Plastic Duck Simulator as the background today. And then I didn't sort it out. Hades 2 is not available on a cloud service and on consoles. It probably is available on GeForce Now, I would think. I haven't looked. It's not available on PlayStation and Xbox though, because it just hasn't been released there yet. They are following their very successful release strategy from the first game by doing early access for about a year on PC and then launching on PC and Switch and then come to the other platforms afterwards. So it will come about. Do you know what? Episode 13, you do like frogs, and I was thinking today, typically I don't believe in the concept of soulmates and things like that, and I'm not saying that you and I are soulmates here, I'm really not, but I was thinking I don't generally believe in the concept. All right, it's a silly idea. And then I remembered that I know someone who delivers parcels, like a courier, who loves frogs and collects them, and she's about your age. And I thought, shit, I found episode 13's soulmate. So they do exist. It's not who you're married to. Don't tell your wife that you have a soulmate elsewhere in the world, but you definitely do. You're 41. Yeah, she's about your age. Collects frogs. Very strange. Why do I know it? I don't know. I just do. She talks a lot as well. So soulmate, your soulmate. Talks too much. Likes frogs a lot. What a weird experience. Pete. Item episode 13. Yep. Oh no, it's Joe Mac. Dave, change it back. I don't like it. I don't like it. Doesn't YouTube like have restrictions on how often you can change your name, or did you just set up a fresh account with that one? James is not far off of 31. I'm also not far off of 31. I'm never going to get there again, but it doesn't feel like it was that far away. Thanks for finding you a frog lady. Yeah, I'll send her your way. Do I know Bonnie Blue from the UK GB? Why does that GB look weird? What have you done? That's not... I don't know. No, can't say I know her personally, Alex. Maybe you do. I don't know. Episode 41 has a good ring to it. It's not his age, Pete. He'd be banned if he was 13. It's a union flag for you. Okay, for me it just comes up as a GB on the little chat thing that I'm using. So, let's talk about... EA got acquired. That's one of the actual topics for today. Alright, I don't care for topics. I like that we just have chaos and talk about whatever we want. But questions about Bonnie Blue are a sharp detour onto formalized topics. So, yeah. EA got acquired by a few people, some Saudi investment fund and a couple of other investment companies for $51 billion, much of which is debt. So, Yumi loves Joe. Oh no, it's so confusing. There's so many Joes. And that's not plural. Yumi only loves the one of them. So yeah, EA, they got bought, right? They're private now, but still have very much people to answer to. Maybe not. No, they're still going to have the whole like profit to answer to. Nothing but money driven. Drive those FIFA packs as hard as you can. And they're going to have to try and recoup that debt somehow by cutting every bit of fat that they can. EA are a bit shit, but you do like their games. Why are they shit if you like their games? They have historically had many an occasion where they've been shit. They had the Star Wars Battlefront 2 launch that was shit. They had various games that they've canned along the way that was shit. They had troubled development for Mass Effect Andromeda and Dragon Age Veilguard, which you could say they're shit for. But they also do release some decent stuff. They've never been as bad as Activision, even when they were at their peak of evil. You sold your shares in EA after Tiger Woods 2003. What happened? I mean, this could be related to Tiger Woods having his own issues, or there could have been something wrong with that game that I don't know about because I've never really played golf games or followed them so closely. What happened with Tiger Woods 2003? The EA game. Change your name to Just Joe. Their bad tendencies and gambling mechanics. They have lent into the gambling mechanics. That's a fair criticism. Yeah, like FIFA Ultimate Team and all of that bullshit. Oh, episode 14 has arrived. You know, I don't know which one of you that is, but welcome episode 14. Many Joes, many episodes. Much confusion. You have to be careful, episode 13. You might go the same way as the first 12. Now that you've been superseded. You are James and not Joe. Anyway, so EA, that's it. I've got nothing else to say. They've been bought. We'll see what happens with their games. They say they've still got creative control of them, and they say stuff's going to carry on. I don't know. We'll see, right? Already big speculation that they're going to start cutting things and teams and all the rest of it. What have you missed? You're confused. James, it's difficult for me to tell you what you've missed because I can't keep track of your life experience so closely and so accurately. I'm going to say that you... I don't know. Oh, Isla, you can go on TV soon. You just tell me when you want to. You go into the Discord thing. And in fact, you can probably... what will happen? What will happen if you just go in there and start talking to me? Because you're a mod, so you can put yourself in there. If you want to. And I think your... I don't know, your voice might go on the stream or it might just go to me until I press a button. We'll find out. We'll figure it all out. Yeah, it'll be fine. And you can tell me about Minecraft Live because I don't know much about it. It happened on Saturday and I was in the car with Isla on Saturday, so I saw a little bit of it as that was playing, but I don't know a lot about it. I don't know what's exciting. They mentioned combat changes that I'm interested in, but I don't know what they've done. And they showed stuff that went over my head because I don't understand. The game's too complicated for me. Simplistic and complicated because I need Angel Hunter. That's a name I haven't seen. But you're right to laugh at all of the Joes. I'm assuming you couldn't possibly be laughing at me. So, can I watch the highlights again? Yeah, I can put that on while we wait, actually. Let me see. I haven't put any trailers on yet, so that's a good idea. And while I'm finding that, I'll put that on in just a moment. But let's talk about... No, is there anything else? What's going on? Where Demon Hunter? I mean, are you still here? He's told me that he's got a lot of work to do today, so he might not be. A niece. A nice? Wait. Oh, Angel Hunter like Demon Hunter. Okay, cool. It's you playing with Demon Hunter. Right. And he is there. He's gaming with passion. I understand. I didn't even catch that was Angel. Look how dozy I am. Right. The name games continue. And I'm going to find. So, Minecraft Live highlights. That's not it. The best bits on the Minecraft channel. Here we go. Here we go. Well, fucking loud. You can have it with some volume.
Shells are one of my favorite features.
The Copper Age is just days away. It's introducing the new
turn it down a bit.
in the game, the Copper Golem. My favorite thing is
Golem.
And it's like something like this.
Yeah, that's playing now. That sounds horrible. Okay, here's the Dragon Ball stuff you told me about. That's illegal here. They can't have that in Minecraft.
Now it's time to reveal
Mounts of Mayhem.
this future drop comes with the Nautilus, Zombie Nautilus with Drowned On, and the Spear.
The spear has two mods on the back finger. One of them is a...
This is not a whole content pack.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir!
Set, ready. Go!
So, wait a minute, James.
Watch Minecraft Live now.
Okay. I mean, that was a little bit underwhelming as highlights go. I think hopefully you'll have more to say about it than they had to say about it when you come and talk to us. So, James, 16 months, what to say, or 17-month chat. You'd level up all of your classes to 100 on Final Fantasy 14. You might take a break. What games did you play while you're on your break? Why are there 225 characters? What else do I say? Holla. James, thank you for, it's a gold membership as well, like real helpful, keeping me going, keeping me at home playing games and streaming. Yes. Thank you, James. You should play Infinite on Discovery because you just bought it today. It's there and ready, and you'll get, you know, probably like 30, 40 hours out of it. And then you get more jobs on Final Fantasy by the time you're done. Possibly, perhaps, maybe. And you can play... that's probably fine. I think the... You're not on Steam, are you? I think the Steam sales have started today as well. So there's a bunch of stuff that's cheap over there. Usually when the sales are there, they spread to other places as well. Episode 13 is a mere apprentice for episode 14. And a nice is the opposite of a me. I'm not sure about that, but yes. Nobody cares about Final Fantasy. Oh, Joe Mac has definitely got the Dave Mac vibes and attitudes going on. Right, episode 14. It's a stolen body, every muscle, every cell. His body was built on a lifetime of intense battles, but you took it. It's all secondhand. Right, okay. This is very strange. The whole of chat and stuff has got very strange. It's very confusing. I'm following it, and the crossover names and who's who. I've lost it. So James, when you ask what you had missed, what I've missed is what the fuck is going on. It's very confusing, but I'll take it. It's good. What other topics have we got? Is the ROG Ally X and Xbox? That's not really a topic. That's brain-meltingly dumb Twitter shit that I keep seeing over and over again on loop because people say something boring and then say it again 1 million times for the next 8 months. That's how gaming discourse goes on Twitter. Very frustrating to just see it over and over. The opposite of Amin is actually deceiver. Does Amin have some truth-telling meaning behind it? Or is it just that anybody who is opposite of you is bound to be lying? Alex, I never gave you my 2 cents on Wolverine game review. Oh, but I did. Episode finale. Oh, you got to get penultimate episode in there before you get to the finale. Penultimate episode. And then, yeah. He's got a while yet. It has multiple meanings. Okay. But deceiver is definitely what you're going with for the opposite, which makes you the most trustworthy and honest guy around. Where's beach episode and baseball episode? Well, good question. What else have you got to have? Depends on the age you're targeting, right? You got to have one that teaches you not to tell lies. But consequences of not being honest. That's an episode that we do not have in this community. Why does it only show one person is live on chat? I don't know, Alex. Maybe you're on the portrait one where only one person is. Maybe YouTube recognizes that the rest of them are actually AI. I have no idea. Isla's appeared in the audience, possibly ready to talk to us, possibly not. I don't know. I'll look out for the thing. How do I do that? You're scared. Don't be scared. It's a very friendly place. And I don't even know if it's going to work. So, we'll see what happens. You can also choose to what extent you appear. Request to speak. Right, we're going to try this. I'm going to invite sent. How's this going to work? You're muted at the moment for me and for the stream. I want to know. I think actually, Isla, if you, when you're ready, if you just talk at me, it won't go to the stream initially, I believe. And then I'll press a button and you'll be on it actual live. How do you take off the portrait mode? Submerge your phone in ketchup is the ideal solution. It needs to be quite a lot of ketchup. And you just submerge it deep in there. And then spin around 3 times and then pick it out. Lick the ketchup off and you'll be in landscape. Isla, I did hear you there make a little noise. Are you planning to show? Are you cameraing or are you just voicing? I can hear you multiple times, but that's my fault. Let me mute you over here. Now say something. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I can hear you. I need to make it so that... how do I show it? You might be really small when I show it. I'm going to bring it up so people can hear this conversation, right? I'm going to do that now and you can do the camera and I'll figure it out from there. See what it looks like because I've never used the Q&Asa stage for it. So what people can see now is what I can see, right? Isla's right up the top. I don't know how to make it bigger. If I can make it bigger. I can collapse this. No, I can't. So, Isla, you are hopefully coming through and people can hear you when you talk now. Yes, they can. And you're there in small. You have a Minecraft t-shirt on, but I'm going to try and... Oh, there you go. That's big enough. That'll do. I can obviously make that better later. But Isla, you are on the internet.
Hi.
Pete, you got what you wanted. Now super chat for additional words. Isla, don't say anything until Pete super chat. That's not true. So you're here to tell me about Minecraft and tell everybody about Minecraft, because obviously I already know all of the things about Minecraft. So Minecraft Live happened on Saturday. Why is it good?
I liked the Happy Ghast song. Why did you hate it?
I don't think that's true. I don't think you can possibly have liked the Happy Ghast song.
It's not as good as the Copper Golem marching tune.
That's true. Much as I resent that song, it does have a certain poppy quality to it, yes.
It was weird that they did a Happy Ghast song in the first place, because that was the previous update. That came out quite a while ago now, I think.
Did you ever find out where the song came from? Like, is it like a fan song?
No,
or...
I have no idea why they did that. It seemed like it seemed too professional to be a fan song. I think they were trying to promote the previous drop for some reason. Like, I imagined that it was in production and it didn't make it in time.
See, I didn't think it sounded professional. I thought it sounded like AI drivel, nonsense, horrible, whiny noises.
Rude.
James is taunting Pete with a super chat. Thank you, James, again. But Pete, don't feel like you need to respond. I'm only joking when I demand super chats. Half joking, I do need them. Click, click, click. So there's a Happy Ghast.
I'm playing Minecraft.
Oh, that's outrageous. Tell me, okay, so the update that dropped today, you've got it. What's changed?
Like, nothing really that I can tell so far. Like, it's quite a small thing because they changed it so that it's not a massive update. Because they haven't changed terrain generation. The things that they've added, I would have to get the resources together to notice. I could probably build a copper golem pretty easy, but earlier I was running to a new location that I wanted to build and I fucking died and lost all my shit again. So I currently don't have like any good resources or tools, which is upsetting.
But that is like the main event of the game, right?
It shouldn't be.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is. It's always like, whenever you're telling me about Minecraft, it's always the story. Like, I died and lost all my shit.
No, it happens to me a lot because I travel a lot and I'll start building something and then I'll get bored of the idea and then I'll go to a new biome. And I'll use chunk base to look at my seed, like a massive map of my seed online, and see what different biomes there are, and then I'll travel thousands and thousands of blocks to get to somewhere that I want to build.
Yeah. So you need to recover all of your shit, get to a new biome.
No, it's gone. I couldn't find it.
You need to build new shit, get to a new biome, which will take 7 weeks, and then you can play with the new content, which is golems.
Well, you know, because I was building a train tunnel, but I decided that I was going to go above ground and just run to where I'm going and then tunnel back to the start place. Which will take 7 weeks, but at least I could like start building some stuff while I can alternate between the two tasks. But yeah, currently I'm on slow mode, and I'm probably gonna fucking die. I think there might be a spider chasing me. I can kind of hear its feet.
No, that's me. I sound much like a Minecraft spider. What something. How did you die?
I was just running and I don't know, I lost quite a lot of health to fall damage and then I just kept running and then I think I just got stuck in a tree or something. It's not a good way to die. It's really frustrating. Like, it's not good gameplay for that to happen. But it only happens because of the way I play. It wouldn't happen to most people, I wouldn't think. But that's not interesting.
Wix. Absolutely. She is cheating and looking up the biomes on the internet to find out where to go. Undermining the entire point of the game.
Fuck you. No. Sorry, you don't know the point of the game.
It's true, I didn't think there was a point. That's why I struggle with it. You make your own
Oh
point,
my
right?
god, fuck you. Yeah, well, yeah, and for me, like, yeah, it's kind of cheating to be able to find out where some things are, but there's only so many things on the map. There's, like, loads of other things that you can't pull up on the map. So, I don't know, there's still plenty of things to discover and have to search ages for.
Has anyone appeared on the server yet?
No, just me, you, and Marie comes by sometimes.
Get on the Minecraft server, people that are interested in Minecraft. There's stuff to do on it. I don't know what stuff to do. That's part of the conversation we're having, but it's there. I can go on it, and then I get lost. If I were to go on it, how long would it take me to get to where you are? Because you started from kind of spawn, didn't you?
Yeah, where did I leave you though? Because we weren't at spawn where we were before.
But you
like,
told
I'm going
me
in a completely different direction.
You rooted Minecraft knowledge into my brain without even trying. You told me that you put a bed down, set your spawn point, destroyed the bed, got yourself killed, and went back to world spawn. I could do that.
Yeah, and then you'd be at world spawn, and then you'd still be like, so I'm going to 17,000 by negative 10,000.
Yeah, but can
So
you not
you'd still
applaud
be
that I
that
learned
far.
something? Like, I just recounted
No, because that's
Minecraft
fine.
strategy.
Like you do. I don't know that it's a strategy necessarily. But yeah, you do tend to remember things. That's fine.
Cool. I underestimated myself apparently. Yeah, I can do that. So, Slow Clap, thank you, episode 13. And yes, you can join it from an Xbox. No problem at all. You can join it from a phone if you want to. Don't know why you would want to. That would be a horrible way to do it.
Not recommended.
Yeah.
The new Minecraft drop's going to be in December probably.
That's the one where they had the spear and the Nautilus.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm really excited about the zombie horse. The zombie horse has been in the code since like the beginning of time, and they brought in the skeleton horse to Bedrock at some point, but they never introduced the zombie horse. So I don't know. Hopefully, it's going to be rideable because the skeleton horse is a neutral mob that if you fight the hostile skeleton to get it. So hopefully, the zombie horse you can steal it from the zombie and keep it.
Hopefully. The stuff they showed in the trailer for the the December update, though, it just had a spear where you can whiz around, and they were very overexcited about it.
That's just how they are. That's just. Also, did you hear they referred to one of the Swedish people said Mojang with a hard J? I'm really confused and conflicted about this.
Yeah, the same ones that talk about Godot. You can't trust them.
No. Godot. So, yeah, but it's interesting because for some reason, they really delayed the release of this update, so people weren't sure that they were going to make it for before the end of the year. So it's interesting that they are saying that they're going to release it before the end of the year, which means probably before Christmas, right?
How did they delay it when it has like a spear and a monster?
No, well, like that's the other interesting thing is that they had a playable version of it already ready to go for the Minecraft Live, but they hadn't yet released the Copper Age, which we've been waiting for months. Like, I thought this was going to come out. It's the summer update, right? So, wait, is that true? No, is this the fall update? Yeah, I thought the fall. I think that's what they called it. Yeah. I thought this was going to come out like the first week of September. So this came out nearly October. And this one, it's been ready. Like it seemed like it's been ready to go for a few weeks already. So I don't understand why they waited so long. They didn't even release it on the day of Minecraft Live. We still had to wait a few days after Minecraft Live. I don't understand that.
Oh no, that's an objection. All the Joe stuff is very confusing. Yes, Wick's Minecraft strategy is to dig a hole before nightfall, fill it up before the spiders come. Yeah, Joe overruled.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else for Minecraft. You have to talk to people. You have to see if anybody else has any questions. You can still see chat, right? No, because you're playing Minecraft.
I can see chat. Like, I've got 3 screens right now.
And you're only playing Minecraft once.
Yeah, I've only got like one keyboard and mouse and 2 hands. Does anyone have any questions about Minecraft? I'm just seeing Joe. Wix says that I should look up where the trees are before I fall into one again. It's not that I fell into the tree, it's that the forest like generation, the leaves are all like it creates. There is like an actual roofed forest biome, but even just a regular one, the leaves all kind of connect. And sometimes you'll be running under them, and then you'll hit a patch where lots of them are too low, so you have to like start breaking the leaf blocks so you can go through. And sometimes you run into one when there's like a creeper behind you, or you're being shot by a skeleton or something like that.
You do, I don't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that. I mean, as he's pretending that he didn't know that Minecraft is based on the streets of Turkey, and he's asking if there are any cats and dogs.
There are cats and dogs. There's cats and dogs and ocelots and wolves, and there's loads of animals in Minecraft, and they keep adding them. They've got this weird kind of like side goal of including animals that are endangered to try and like raise awareness about them. I don't know why that's like a big part of it for them, but that's why they were going to add fireflies to the game. And they were going to have it so it was when they introduced the frogs. They were going to have the frogs eat the fireflies and then shit out a light block. But then they found out that apparently frogs in real life would be poisoned if they ate fireflies. So they decided that they couldn't, in good conscience, put that in the game for some reason because they thought that it might cause harm to frogs or like spread false information about frogs. So they didn't introduce the fireflies. They made
because the frogs playing Minecraft will be like, oh, I can eat those.
Well, yeah, it's like it was a bit of a weird idea. Like, what I don't really know what the issue is, but they did introduce firefly bushes, which is basically just a bush with a texture that makes it look like there are fireflies going around it. And they made it so that the frogs eat magma cubes to get and then they'll shit out the frog lights, which is really annoying because the frogs are in the overworld and the magma cubes are in the nether. So if you want to set up like a farm for this, it's really annoying. And I don't know, it just makes the frog lights not really worth bothering with. Like, they're a nice block, but they're not functional. They're just an aesthetic thing. And it's like an awful lot of effort for something that you'd need so many of.
And the change makes no sense because frogs in real life also can't eat magma blocks without dying. Yeah,
so I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know where the line is for them, like when the realism matters, but apparently that does. They try to make it so that there's no benefit, that you can kill the endangered animals. This is a response to what Wixby said. Whisk. But there's no benefit to doing it. They definitely have this thing where there's no reward, there's no useful drop for killing certain mobs because they don't really want you to kill them, but they also don't want to stop you from doing it. So I don't know. I guess it's a nice idea to try and make it like educational and do some kind of good for the world, but it seems a bit random, and it seems like sometimes they cause unnecessary problems for themselves in terms of like designing and developing additions to the game.
Replicant asked a question as well, which I know part of the answer to. He's asked if there's PvP in Minecraft, and I've definitely killed you, so I know that you can potentially player versus player, but is there like a scene of big servers where people do that for fun?
Yeah, definitely. Like there's definitely servers you can play on where players are hostile to each other, but I don't know, I don't personally find that a good way to play. There's definitely servers where they have more organised like games or sports, like where you are playing against each other, but it's not, at that point it's not Minecraft, it's like a game that somebody's created inside Minecraft.
Yeah, I know when I used to see it, when you launched Minecraft on the Bedrock version, they used to have mini games as a set, like separated out activity. They had all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they had like Plants vs Zombies or something they had on there.
So there's loads of things in there.
What's that game called where you get naked and shoot people? Rust. I
would not have guessed. There's lots of games where you
Right.
shoot people. I'm not sure it sounds that advantageous to get naked. I'm assuming that's something that you can do in that game.
Well, that was going to be my example of like you can have a Minecraft server like a Rust server. Where everyone can just like murder everyone and take their stuff all the time, but I feel like, I don't know, that's not fun gameplay for me, but I'm sure that people are doing that, but I think people tend to play more collaboratively, and sometimes people try to set up like trade economies, which is also probably like really annoying and difficult to police, but
Stop clicking
I've
things.
seen more of that than... I'm not clicking, it's the space bar. I'm jumping.
You're clicking the spacebar. Because it makes a click sound.
I'm not clicking.
It makes a click sound. Anyway, yeah.
Has that scratched everyone's Minecraft itch for this year?
Not for the whole year. It's only, I guess the year's going by, but yeah, that's probably enough Minecraft for now. So, I think I will probably go on to questions next, but you get the choice. That means if we're going on to questions, you get a choice on whether you stay or go.
There were only a couple of questions. I think I should probably go for the questions. I need to quickly try and think of a question to add.
You can do that then. In that case, you should wave and assume that people are waving back. That's not waving, that's showing your head. Which counts.
Yeah, I'm showing my hair.
So assume that everybody else is showing their hair. In return, have a little wave, and the button doesn't work, so you're stuck and you have to stay. Try that button. No, sorry, you're off. It's up to you. You can stay or go from the Discord. That's fine. But it is question time, and that's how Discord works, right? It'll be smoother next time if anybody wants to talk. It's quite simple. You just go into the Q&Asa room on the Discord server, and it's a little raise your hand thing. I bring you in, and we now know that it vaguely works, and I can show it properly for a little bit of a call-in session. Replicant. Hang on. Just put up my Halloween decorations. I love spooky season. Favorite horror film and game? Chat 2. I don't really have a favorite horror film. I need to think about that. I need chat people, like the other ones that I don't like saying chat. It's very like streamer language. I don't really refer to you as chat. Feels weird. Don't like it. Prefer to refer to you by name or whatever else, you know. But yeah, people that have watched horror films or have favorites. Games as well, but horror films is harder for me because I don't know any off the top of my head. When I was like 5 years old, I had nightmares about Freddy Krueger, but only because I've never watched it, not because it was actually a scary film. The idea that went around primary school was scarier than the film itself, so that gets bonus points. Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah. It counts for the childhood nightmares, having not seen the film. Event Horizon stuck with you, but you try to avoid horror. See, I typically, if I'm going to watch a film, it would usually be with my wife, and she avoids horror. So I haven't really seen much in the way of horror. I saw... very rarely I would have gone to the cinema with friends to see stuff, and I remember a few like body horror things that were a bit gross but not that scary. I don't particularly like things like Saw films and stuff that is like childish body horror, gore porn. I just always found them to be like horror films as written by a 14-year-old. I could write more grim shit than that. I did. I wrote a really scary book when I was about 9. I've still got it somewhere. Had horrible things in it. I was a disturbed child. Way more disturbed than those films. So, yeah. I guess body horror, like gore horror, doesn't so much do it for me. There are certain things like anything with stabbing in the eye, not keen. So actually the worst horror film for me was there's a Star Trek film where Jean-Luc Picard gets turned into a Borg. I don't watch Star Trek films, but I've seen that. But you see the needle squish the eyeball in and it starts to... Nah, don't like that. That's the worst horror film for me. Halloween films would probably work. I've seen some of those. Don't know. Nothing's like, games-wise, nothing is as scary as the first Echo the Dolphin. So the horror genre kind of fell over. I like, someone help me, the one with the butt lantern. I always forget the name of it. The butt lantern and the matches to burn the corpses. It's one of my favourite horror games. Wouldn't say it's my very favourite. Like a lot of recency bias from playing it. I liked Resident Evil Code Veronica on the Dreamcast ages and ages ago. I'm not sure if I'd like it if I played it now, but I liked it at the time. Evil Within, thank you. Yep, I like that one. Human Centipede, no. Not seen, because I don't see many of them. Psychological horror is way better than gore, body stuff. You like it if it's Cronenberg. But I wouldn't be able to name any kind of director or producer or any role like that. The Ring was quite good, yeah. Yep. But yeah, other people throw things out there. I've not seen Human Centipede, don't know it. One of the Joes is going. It's got to be Dave. Dave, hope your back is sorted by morning. Have you played Forbidden Siren before? No, never heard of it. Is that a good horror game to get into? I could use something short and sharp for October. I used to like streaming horror games. Like, horror games are good to stream in general. But it's just time. Like, playing anything that has a chronological sequence that's worth playing in order from start to finish. It's hard to find a schedule for that. Come on WoW and play Hallow's End, as they still got the Headless Horseman going around. Evening Baz, been a while. Again, hope you're well. It's all got strange. I'm not on top chat. I'm catching everything. There's things that I have to choose not to read. Ignore the Joe question. It was meant for chat here. Okay, that's fine. So, what am I playing for Halloween? Not sure. Not got a good answer on that one. I take suggestions. I wouldn't mind playing, actually. There are various like co-op horrors and things that we could get involved with community-wise that could be fun. I haven't got any springing to mind, but it'd be worth looking at. See if we can do a particularly closer to actual Halloween. We could find some kind of freaky horror game to do for community games. Replicant. Okay, as an EA Pro subscriber, what is my cut of the 55 billion? My cut of the 55 billion is 3-day early access to FIFA. Yeah, worth it. As well as, like, you know, the various games that are on there. I got, now that you mention it, and I haven't looked today, I got a handy reminder from Ubisoft that I should be cancelling it. I'm just reading this for the first time, because they really shouldn't do this, Ubisoft, but every month, I think it's every month, it should be, they tell you what they've given you for your month's worth of subscription. And if they just ignored it, if they didn't tell me, then I wouldn't notice that there's fuck all on there. But let's see what I've got. Oh, actually, to be fair, there is DLC. There's the Claws of Awaji Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC. And there is a Rainbow Six Siege Year 10 Season 3 new operator. Which I don't... okay, cool. Glad I subscribed for that. Yeah, that's what I got for Ubisoft Plus this month, which is a better month than usual. I really need to find a way to cancel that, don't I? Evil Dead game is offline now. Oh, that didn't last very long. I'm sure there's other ones though. I did play the Evil Dead one like once, and I didn't think it was a particularly good version of the asymmetrical horror anyway. I really want to make a co-op horror game. I really want to make a co-op horror game one day. I've got big ideas. Big ideas. But it's like third on my list of games I want to make. Your mum used to read Stephen King to you when you were a baby. Horror is in your blood. Where you want it to be. Am I still subscribed to Final Fantasy XIV? Joe, I don't know. Probably. Don't judge me. I might not be. I might have cancelled that one off. I haven't seen it. on the old bank statements. Make more videos I can edit. I'm going to make a Hades 2 review and you can't edit it. I've got all the footage. other videos that you want to edit, if I can think of anything to talk about, then absolutely. But you know this, right? We talk about this frequently. We'll talk about it more. We'll talk about it and think of something to put together. That one's obviously from Milo, who edited the Nintendo video and has done various other videos for me in the past. But you're harassing me. Thanks. It was terrible. It doesn't. It's fine. We'll do something. So, are there any more questions? I'm subscribed to everything under the sun. No, I've had a trim episode 13. I've been doing everything I can to try and make my part-time work, do YouTube community stuff, plan more viable. So I have actually cancelled quite a few things. But not Ubisoft Plus, because it keeps on giving me a 404 error when I try and cancel it. Why not cancel Ubisoft Plus and put it into developing said games? You feel that they'd be good. I'm not sure putting £15 a month into a fund to develop games will get me very far, Tom, but yes. There will come a time where I've got all of this other stuff under control. I can produce nice videos, play games, stream, do all of those kind of things, and have a little bit of time to carve out to play with making stuff. Because I don't think, if you know what you're doing, I don't think it necessarily takes ages to like prototype and concept games and go from there. I just don't know what I'm doing, so it will take ages to sort out. But I would like to mess around with it. So it's on my to-do list, has been on my to-do list for at least 3 decades at this point. Yeah, about 3 decades, I reckon. I will try before I die. I will. And that's the making game thing, but also the cancelling Ubisoft Plus. I will try and get that cancelled before I die. Don't want to burden my family with a Ubisoft Plus subscription that they can't get rid of, you know. No hair to show at the moment, that's fine. Painful discourse. Obviously, you'd be very welcome to come on and talk without hair. I'm assuming you're a little bit further back in the stream, but yes, also, I hope you're having a good, comfortable week. Questions are, oh no, there's more. Right, this is from Pete. What is the cheapest thing you own that you love more than the expensive stuff? That's a good question. I really like I don't like any things. There are no things that I don't own any things that I like. Well, thing is, episode 13, 15p fudge bars and get you. I could come up with like consumables, which is a weird word. Like consumables always makes me think video games, but things that you consume. I could come up with loads of things that I really like. Started getting really good pasta recently, and it's delightful. Really good pasta. It's just from Sainsbury's, but it's their like high-end pasta, which isn't super expensive, but it's right. And they do weird shapes of it, and it cooks really well, and it's great. Pasta is amazing. No, but this particular pasta is amazing. And there's an online shop called Sauce Shop that do amazing sauces, and they're a recent discovery for me. This is where I've been getting my various chili sauces and things, and they're brilliant. Tempe Freddos don't exist anymore, I don't think. Replicant, yeah, rip. So, I mean, maybe you still own one, maybe it's kicking around and you love it, but I probably wouldn't eat it at this point. Cheapest thing that I own, though, that I really like, I'm looking around the room trying to find something. It's definitely not this freaking chair. My ass hurts so much every time I sit on this. It's awful. It has got to be looking around. I don't own anything like that, Pete. But you give me your answers. Joe, you know the sauce shop. Yeah, it's really good stuff. I get massive bulk deliveries of loads of sauces. And they're all really good. So does Tom. Nice. You all know sauce shop. I thought I was giving you some fantastic insider information, you know. They're really good. I discovered them recently and I like them a lot. So, let's go with sauce shop as my bad answer. You need to find out the current price of Freddos. Don't do it. It'll make you sad. Link you later. We'll try it. What sauce shop? Joe knows. Your husband knows. Therefore, you must know. You must share sauces. You haven't got separate, like, condiment cupboards. They just do various sauces, cooking sauces and like chili sauces and things, drippy sauces, all kinds of sauces. It's good. Never heard of Sauce Shop, but you're a regular at the Wine Society. Highly recommend. Yeah. That was... I don't know. This chair is very uncomfortable. I've been playing a lot of Hades. Let's do your answers, but also the next question. Episode 14. I don't know who that is yet, actually. Episode 14, though. What game is your next game that you're really looking forward to, even if it's a way up? I feel like I should be able to identify who it is asking this from the phrasing, because that's familiar, and yet I can't place it. Next game that I'm really looking forward to is not really far off. It came out yesterday. It's Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm really looking forward to it, and I will play it after Hades. So that is the one. Aside from that, if you want stuff that is further out, stuff that I'm really looking forward to further out, I don't have an answer for you because I can't keep track of time, space, anything. Don't know what's going on. Final Fantasy Tactics came out yesterday, and I have been like genuinely looking forward to that for a while. It was only announced like 2 or 3 months ago, but since then I've been on about it. Want that. And I do. Pete's got Arc Raiders and Keeper. That's the Lighthouse game in it from Double Fine, and Arc Raiders the 3v3 PvE extraction shooter where everybody strafes and bunny hops. Battlefield 6 is not on my list actually particularly. I will have access to it, so I will play it and it will be spectacular, but I will not have any fun. If enough people have it, as in like a small handful of people have it, then we'll play it for community games as well. I would like to play it on community games, but it has that awkward restriction on squads. You can only have 4 people together, right? You're going to have it. So that's 1, but only until 7:30 when you have to go to bed. But we can make that work. Wix is going to have it. So we could have enough people to get a little bit of that going. Ninja Gaiden 4 actually looks really good, Tom. I'm surprised. Didn't expect it to come out well, but it does look like it's going to be good. Did you sound like you're on drugs? No, it was just your spacebar clicking. That's fine. I'm going to assume that you are on drugs and you're supposed to sound like you were, but no, it didn't come across to me. I'm not the most astute at detecting such things, though. So, maybe other people will be like, yeah, definitely. You felt like you were slurring. I do. You made me think about listening to myself and I hate it. Yeah, no, that's fine. You were fine. Yeah, Pete agrees. Whoa, what is my favourite season? Wait a minute. So what is my favourite season and why? Is it episode 13? For example, spring, summer, autumn or winter. Those 4 examples are kind of all of the seasons available, right? So as examples go, and explain why it's autumn and winter. Yeah, I mean, it's autumn and winter because they're not sunny. I freaking hate the sun. Do you know, my absolute least favourite kind of weather in all the world is winter sun. Winter is my favourite season, probably, because I like the other weathers that are available. I really don't like it when it's cold and really bright, low sunshine. That's the worst of all the weather types. You can give me, like, acid rain, rivers of fire. Just don't give me that low sun. That's the worst. I'd rather, like, summer sun is okay, it's tolerable, it can get really hot, but it's supposed to be there. That's what summer is. I hate the sun in winter. Give me winter without any of that. There's no sunshine in the UK. Oh, you just wait until it hits you in the face one morning when you're trying to drive, when the road is wet and the sun is low, and you look up and you're blind and you look down and it's just as bright because it's shining off the road. Freaking hate it. Cold, bleak day, absolutely. Pissing it down with rain in the right circumstances, probably, like, some capacity to shelter when you want to. Yep, love the rain. Make it really noisy. Don't mind being out in it, don't mind being inside in it. Happy with the rain. Give me snow, love the snow. Don't, like, I feel sorry for the people that are scared of it and are gonna die of cold or whatever, but I love the snow myself. Yeah, I like most weathers. So long as they don't take out my internet, obviously. Can't be having weathers like the River of Fire is fine, so long as my internet survives. I don't want to I want to be here and find like I can't do the Q&Asa because there's no internet because the lava river melted through some cables. That would suck. Can't believe I picked Winter Sun. Not as my favourite. That's my least favourite. I hate the Winter Sun. The problem with summers here are our houses are built for the cold, so it gets bloody hot. It does get bloody hot, but I've got an air conditioner in this room, so, you know, I can take that. Get bloody hot all you like. And actually, you probably know full well that when it is mildly warm, I complain and complain and complain, because it's not just sunny. It's sunny and there's a 4090 and a 5090 and a laptop and 5 screens. It gets really warm. May need to learn Morse code to stream if things get worse. Yeah. Yeah. An air conditioning man in the UK. Yeah, I got just like a freestanding tower of an air conditioning unit that was cheap off of eBay at some point. And it's not super effective, but it's a lot better than nothing. So ideally, I'd love to have proper, like, in the house integrated air conditioning. That would be so nice. But no. No. Nothing like that. Just a freestanding unit that's noisy as hell, but fortunately Nvidia have the tools to take the noise off of the microphone without being too detrimental. So I use that. Where is your tea? That's a good question for Joe. When he delivers the tea, have him show you a Source Shop bottle as well, so you know what those are all about. I'm in a new built home. No, this home 70s, 80s maybe. I've had new built homes before. Like the one that I lived in previously was a new build. But this one, no. Not old, but not new either. Isla, if you could add a 5th season, what would it be called? And what would the weather be? And what would we celebrate? We'd celebrate me. It would be called My Season, and the weather would be rivers of fire and lava. But contained. Skies would be like deep orange and stuff in the daytime. Weirdly purple and green at night. Fire in the daytime. Loud ice storms in the night. And maybe the occasional tornado. Some people would die. Some people would die. But it will be selective, hopefully, you know. Just the bad ones. I don't know. I don't know what my season would be. It wouldn't have low sunshine, I can tell you that much. I don't know if anybody would survive it. Weather would be harsh, because I enjoy some harsh weather. And the name of the season wouldn't matter too much, because there'd be no survivors to tell the tale. Look at your joke, episode 13, Damp Squib. My season is Damp Squib. How dare you? Oh, you mean you don't like his favourite buffalo sauce? I've not had a buffalo sauce from Source Shop. I bet if they have one, it's brilliant. Yes, Replicant, low sunshine on a wet road is the worst of the weathers. And it's so, like, it should be so tame. When you look at the extremes of weather, that one's just like, meh. It's a bit cold and the sun's up. It's the worst of all of them. Okay. If you could make a YouTube video, if only I could make a YouTube video. Oh, wait a minute. If you could make a YouTube video that is the opposite of your usual content, what would it be? And when are you now going to do it? Think a setup tour or a day in the life. It would be Taekwondo related, right? I'd do an instructional video on how to kick someone's head off. And it would do numbers. And I'm not going to do it. Because I don't like being on camera. Otherwise, that thing would already exist. But no, I'm not a YouTuber, so you'll never see it. That's my answer, though. Anybody else got things that they would like to put on YouTube if you had the time and capacity to do so? Because that's quite an interesting little concept. Isla, yes. Thank you for the coordinates. Much appreciated. Is there another question? Or is that all of the questions? Wait a minute. You played Resident Evil 6 live? Did I? No, you're right, I did. Do I like the Resident Evil games? So, I played Resident Evil 2 was my first one, I think. I never played the one that had my namesake in, the first one that had a character named Asa on a staircase. But I played Resident Evil 2 on the Sega Saturn, and I bought it on impulse by accident because I went around looking for it in the town centre back in the days where I would go outside the house and look in actual shops, and there were multiple shops selling video games in the town centre. I looked for a copy because it had just come out, and it was a weird time back then. You'd get the monthly magazines and whatever and follow all the games that were coming out, and this was a big one, but I hadn't played the first one, so I wasn't personally that invested in Resident Evil. But Resident Evil 2 coming to the Sega Saturn was a big deal in the Sega magazine, so I just was on the way home from school. I had detention every single day at school, unrelated to the horror book, but every single day I had to have detention at school, so I missed the school bus and had to walk home, and it was a pretty long walk, and I'd go through town and have a little look around and see what I could find. I went through all the game shops and I couldn't find it. It was sold out everywhere. I went to 3 different game shops and Resident Evil 2 was sold out. I only wanted to see the box. I don't know why I wanted to see the box. I was invested for some reason. And then in the 4th shop I found a single copy of Resident Evil 2 and immediately bought it just because I couldn't find it anywhere else. And that's when I got into the Resident Evil series. I played Resident Evil 2, I played 3, and I played Code Veronica on the Dreamcast, but I think Code Veronica was the last horror game that I played for about, I don't know, 15 years or something, until I took them up again when I was doing streaming things, just because I figured it might be entertaining as a streaming thing. So yeah, I like the Resident Evil series, but I haven't actually done a lot of the major ones. I've never played properly Resident Evil 4. I've only done like an hour and a half, 2 hours of Resident Evil 7, which is a lot because it was in VR, so it felt like 4 years at least. It's very pressing and oppressive in VR. I haven't done 8. Why do I have such a villain origin story? Me or who? Who's got a villain origin story? I sure don't. And 9 I will look at as it approaches to see whether it makes sense to play it or whether I need to do 7, 8 and 4 before getting to it. But so yeah, I kind of like the series, but I am also not that close to it. I went back and I tried to play Resident Evil 0, right, the one that tried to capture the style of the old ones, and I got stuck on a train and freaking hated it. That was an awkward stream. It was like I'm confused. I don't know how to solve the stupid ass Resident Evil puzzle. And puzzles on stream are the worst thing. I can handle puzzle games offline. They're fine. They're serene. I can do them. I'm quite capable of solving many a puzzle in my own time. But on stream, oh man, so difficult. I'm an awkward sidekick. I would be an awkward sidekick, yes. Nobody would want me following them around trying to be helpful or otherwise. So yeah, you're not wrong there, episode 13. On the mark, absolutely. You got stuck on that one. You got stuck just after the train. There was some bit in the train where I was like, I've got nothing interactive here. There's a little like lift that takes items up and down between the two characters, but nothing to put in it particularly, and it freaking sucked. It did. It sucked. And I quit the stream, deleted the game, set fire to the PC that had previously had the game installed, ran a magnet over the burnt out SSD to make sure that I could never accidentally launch it again. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Episode 12 has appeared. Where did episode 12 come from? I prefer coffee. I don't know actually if I even like coffee, but I drink it more than I drink tea, right? I forced myself to drink coffee at about James's age to be a professional. I had a professional job in a professional place, and all the professionals went to get coffee in the morning, and I needed to be part of the professional circles, so I went to get coffee in the mornings every day for a little while until I got a better job and also got an appreciation for coffee, and I've had coffee ever since then. Tea is more palatable. I'll drink tea. Villain origin story, no. But I drink a lot more coffee than I do tea, so I'm going to have to give coffee as my answer for that. Next question, please. Resident Evil 2 never released on the Saturn, only the first one. Is it the first one that I went to get? No, I think Resident Evil 2 did. You could be right, actually. It might be the first one. My story might be entirely confused. I think there's some facts in there, Baz. I think you've just exposed me. Either way, same story, just substitute 1 and 2. because that's exactly how it happened. But that means I would have met my namesake on the staircase. I would have met a character called Asa. I'm sure. That's true, right? That one has the character with my name on. Which one has the tyrants in the glass tubes at the end? Existential crisis for me. I now no longer remember what's real and what isn't. But stuff happened. Anyway, why so many Joes? That's a question I can't answer. And it's been asked by Joe. Of course it has. Hodl Shark. I don't know what's going on. I've got an Angel Hunter. We've had a Joe Mac. We've had an actual Joe. We've had so much stuff. Tom says Joe only knows. The puns have got thin. It was the first one that I played. Okay, so it was the first Resident Evil that I played. I can believe that. I only remember that there were zombies, right? Yeah, okay, so it was the first Resident Evil that my shopping tour happened on. Oh, it's a big deal anyway. But that means I definitely did play 2 when 2 was fresh. Because I had a PlayStation 1. It must have been on there. Oh well, same thing, same story. End of questions. We've done it. However long this was, it is done. It is done, it is over. We covered many topics and we covered no topics. As is always the way with Q&Asa. But we didn't look at social media again, but that's fine because nobody wants to look at that, right? You've all seen enough of that. It's horrible. We don't need me reacting to it. Reaction content. Sucks. That's the end. The end of Q&Asa. What's the time now? It's nearly 10 o'clock. Last minute question. What's your plan on Halloween? That's too far ahead. I've not got that far. Do you have Halloween plans? Do people make plans for like a month away? Can we request a regular guest appearance by Isla? You can request. She's right there and listening. Yeah. Depends whether she feels like it or not. So, I'm not going to request any such thing because I don't like to place demands and pressure in any direction. But if she wants to, she's welcome to. So. As is pretty much anyone though. That's the Q&Asa thing with the Discord. You want to come in and raise your hand and have a little chat, you can do. The people have spoken. I mean, at the moment... Wait. Be nice. Don't be awkward. So, Halloween plans are a really nice meal on you as it's your housemate's birthday. Yes, Tom has just delivered my plans. I am visiting Tom for a nice meal on him for his housemate's birthday. This is awesome. Halloween's worked out really well this year. Thank you, everybody. I will be back on the other channel playing Hades 2 in like 15-20 minutes after I've had a little walk around when my ass stops hurting. Apparently I'm not near the end of Hades 2, so... Can you convince me and Isla to get matching hair for Halloween? Yeah, I'll make her hair match mine, no problem. No problem, can do that. That's it, that's the end. I'm pressing the end button. Get in Discord and we'll carry on over there. And like I say, I'll be streaming a little bit on the other channel. But now, thanks everyone. I'll catch you later.